Alright guys, welcome back to Yo Spill. So, in today's video, if you can't already tell, we are driving our 1991 Dodge Spirit RT that has an srt4 swap, and on 24 pounds of boost it made 410 or 420 wheel horsepower. We have our local track, Beaver Dragway, is having a Mopar or no car day. So we're going to take it out there and enter it in the 12.0 class. I'm probably going to have to turn it down because this thing should run 12.0s at like 350 wheel. But we're going to put it in the car show and in the 12.0 class. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It should be a fun one. I'm driving the car to the track and I plan on driving the car home. It has 100% full tank of E85. Full interior, as you can see, besides the no headliner. So, oh, I forgot the power steering back up. Yeah, it doesn't have power steering right now, but so far so good. We're like halfway to the track. You can hear the car sounds like a freaking jet. The coolant temp, because it's a nice cool morning, the highest my coolant temps have only been 165, and that's when we were setting in town in traffic. When we're cruising along, our coolant temps are down at 155. So the motor sounds good, transmission feels good. I did a little pull. It definitely blows the tires off in first and second and third in the street. So that's absolutely pointless. But I got the slicks with us. I got a whole tools. I got an extra set of axles. So just in case we break an axle, it won't end our day early. But hopefully you enjoy the video, and let's get to some Spirit racing at the track again. Alright guys, so we successfully made it to the track. We got the slicks on, we got cameras in the window. I believe we have 2 hours before the event actually starts. So I'm gonna take the car over, get it teched in. If you guys have never been to the track before, never got a car teched in, you need all your lug nuts. Your battery needs to be secured. They'll check for your harnesses, your cage if you have it. Like I said, this car does not have a cage in it, so I'm gonna slow it down, try to run the 12.0 class. Hopefully get a couple rounds out of it. And then drive it home. That's kind of the goal for today. But slicks are on, car's ready. Just gotta walk over to the tech and get her teched in to get her window numbers put on, and then we'll get into racing. Hopefully, I'll need to turn two-step up a little bit. I'm gonna change a couple settings in the computer, and then we'll get to making the first pass with the stock motor in Trailer Park 2.0 or Sleeper RT, whatever you want to call this thing, the Rusty Spirit. All right guys, so I put two-step at or launch control at 4,800 RPMs. We're in the staging lane. Slicks are at 9 pounds. It's been since last season since I drove this car, so if I miss gears or anything, yell at me in the comments. Last week I did drop 275 pounds on my neck weightlifting, so if you see me not look that way, my whole neck and everything on this side is really sore right now. So let's make a pass and see what we do. All right, guys, so first pass, we did a 1265 at 111. It was very soft. I let the Challenger 392 leave, gave them like 7/10 of a head start. Just wanted to see kind of what the car would do. It did have a funky wobble on the top end. It made, I think it made 19 or 20 pounds of boost. So if I make it leave harder, of course it'll go a lot faster. That was a 160 foot, which is literally, I kind of got on two-step and then sat there for a little bit and then like rolled forward and then took off. So if I get it to make a 17 60 foot or 16 like Trailer Park used to do, that would be an 11-second pass all day. I had the launch control at I think 4,700 RPMs, which is way too low. Pretty sure I launched Trailer Park at like 5,400. So we're gonna wait until they call cool Mopar again, and then we're gonna get up there and do another pass. I'm gonna definitely turn up the two-step a little bit. It's funny driving the car with full exhaust because I can't really tell what it's doing because it's so quiet inside the car. So I don't know if you could tell that from the video, but it's kind of really quiet in the car. So 1265, 111, first hit with the new stock motor. It still has the turbo and everything. It does feel very linear, which is good, so it wouldn't really shock the suspension or blow off the tires, but it did kind of have like a wobble in the top end. So we'll turn her up a little bit and see what she does. We're going to leave the boost pretty much at that level and just make it leave harder. All right, guys, so test pass number 2. We're going to give her a little more on the leave. Let's see what she does. Alright guys, so pass number 2, like I said, I turned up the two-step. It felt like in the car that the clutch slipped. It is really weird with the full exhaust. I cannot really tell what the car is doing. It's not loud and obnoxious like normal, so can't really tell. I'm 100% sure I can leave a lot harder, but I did drive this car here today and I'm trying to drive it home, so there's no 100% full send passes today. We did another 12.6. We went at 12.64 this time at 110 miles an hour, whereas the first pass we did at 12.65. So we're a bracket car at 12.6, or yeah, 1260s. I think the previous best for the Spirit without the built motor, when it was a T3 and it made I think 400 horsepower, it went 12.7 at 117. So I'm nowhere near the mile an hour, which means I know the car's not making the power it made in Florida, but we're dead on the ET with 2060 foot. So if I drop the clutch a little harder and get down to the 1.7s, of course, like I said earlier, it will go a deep 12 easily with that mile an hour we have. So I'm kind of happy with it. This is a bracket racing class, so I'm pretty sure next pass I'm gonna have to put a dial in on the car. So I'm gonna put a 12.62 and see if I can do it. If I lose, I'm pretty sure there's test and tune after that, so I can just have fun, play around. But I just wanted to get the car to the track, make some passes in it with a stock motor, see what it kind of does. It's right at 20, like 20 to 22 pounds of boost. It kind of ranges right there. I don't want to add any more boost to it. Don't really need to. The car is happy as it is. Doesn't smoke from outside the car or the passes I've seen. So we'll get her cooled down and get into actual competition. All right, guys. So it's been like 2 hours now. We had somebody blow their car up. And not know that it was blowing up, and then drive all the way down the racetrack, all the way down the return road, and leaked oil down everywhere. So we've been on hold for like an hour and 30 minutes, which isn't that bad considering they had to clean the whole drag strip up, plus the return road up, and almost all the way back into the pits. So we're gonna go up, and I believe this is qualifier 1 or round 1. I don't know. We're gonna go race, see what we run. Hopefully we can run 1250. Alright guys, let's see if this camera lasts. Well boys, just like that, we are out. So, bracket racing, you have to go slower than your dial in. I put a 1250 because I knew the car would do 1250 pretty easily. And then I went and actually made it 60 foot. So I did a 1.89 60 foot, and I did a 7.9 at 92.3 in the 92.5 miles an hour in the 8th. So that was 0.3 faster than I've done all day, just because I made this car 60 foot good. Well, when I grabbed fourth gear, he was literally right next to me. I slammed on the brakes. He was 8 mile an hour slower than me at the 8th mile, and he was only 1.5 miles an hour slower than me at the quarter mile. Literally, he trapped 103 and I trapped 105 when I've been trapping 110 to 112 all day, or 110 to 111 all day. So I killed 6 to 7 miles an hour and still lost because I went too fast. I should have put it at 12.0. Well, we'll see if we can get a test pass in. The GoPro's overheated. It is like 90 degrees out here. You can see I'm sunburned already. Yeah. He broke out too. He just broke out less than I did. Stick shift, 4-cylinder turbo, not a bracket car. Alright guys, so this will conclude the video. Unfortunately, I lost in first round. I should have just stayed in it and seen if the car would have went 11s. I slammed on the brakes right as soon as I caught the guy. And in bracket racing, you need to beat the guy to the other end without going too fast. I dialed in a 1250. I went a 1234 at only 104 miles an hour, or 105 miles an hour. So I lost. But had a fun day. Got super sunburned. Should have wore sunscreen. Didn't, even though I had shade the whole day. Driving home now. I have about another 15 minutes left of my drive, but the car is doing wonderful. Did a couple street pulls, pulls the tires off in second and third gear, like it doesn't even care. And yeah, what do you think about the Spirit RT? Full weight, full interior, exhaust, full tank of gas, E85, driving to the track and driving home, making 3 mid 12-second passes with ease, on the tune, the boost turned down, and driving home. Is that a fun enough sleeper for you guys? Maybe later on, once I get a few more of the other project, once I get a few more of the other project cars up and running, we'll come back to this thing and turn it up a little more. But until then, we're just gonna park it next to the garage and get to work on the minivan project. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, you guys are the greatest.